I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
And you ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before and man, I'm not perfect.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again. There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall. Praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall.
Oh, hello. I am. That's not like I am. Let me know if the audio levels are off. Everything's been shitting itself today. Like, it's so dumb. But, I digress.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind.
Hello, Kit. How are you today? Let me know if the audio is off.
The only way,
I
never miss that fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, 'cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light.
I see.
Time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short, so I wanna
Understandable. Oh my god! You know, honestly, like, speaking of, like, me making sounds, a lot of this stream is probably just gonna be me, like, vocally stimming while I just work on this stuff. Like, I don't know, dude, I've been kind of... Like, it goes in waves again, and I've been having a worse wave, which feels really stupid to have because of how, like, you know, much I've spent in physical therapy and all that. It's just like, no. Like, I have more mobility again, but it hurts like hell to do, and I'm like... I feel like there's something else at this point. The muscles just tense for, like, no reason. And it's like, bro, I'm literally just laying here. It sucks. But it's... where is my... I gotta remember what I even have on the card. It's been a fat minute, dude. I know that we were talking about Crystal and her development, but I don't think I even like Valor's entry is still outdated too. Like, I have to redo a lot of how I want to structure the site, honestly, because of how we've changed how main characters work too. Oh yeah, for like having your own, yeah. I know you're talking about having a Musai there. But if you think that something else might work better, like 9 maybe, then yeah. Let me know. Yeah, look, I think we're gonna restructure a lot of this. I just need to... Where's Valor's page first? I wanna make sure this is accurate. I believe that this is still... I feel like there's something I forgot to mention with this, though. Because I don't want to, like, completely, like, quote-unquote spoil all the story, but I did want to...
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change.
I kind of wanted to not be so close with them.
Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong.
I did want to change as I word it better, because I always, like, I have hard times, like, wording things correctly. Basically, his lineage is... Cross 9 and Musai says, I don't think my says Musai is my first name. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh. You could like be like 9 with like Musai wings, paint up his back or something, I don't know. I mean, you can't really see that with the ball anyways, but like I want to change how this is written a little bit. I don't know how to write. What's the word for it? High positioned, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense, right? That's how you use words. That makes sense. You know, it's so weird, 'cause like, I'll sit here and like be out of it low-key, and then like I'll just casually throw up like a billion words and be like, hi, I have a story now. I need to work on the references. I've been slowly working up to being able to do references for them. But yeah, everything else should be more or less. If I just like fucking add the stupid, I think it was a Shrek theme that I edited over. Let's do it that way for now. I totally remember how to use this website. If I did that, will it like show like? Okay, that's yeah. Wow. I recently moved a lot of my files to a what is it called? Like a separate drive, not like a USB, but like a whole like. The hard, it's just called a hard drive. Like it's a external hard drive. That's the one. And despite my work in technology, I really don't know terms for shit, dude. It's so awkward to think about. Yeah, I recently moved a bunch of my files to there, but like I forgot where everything was put. So, cause I kind of like did it in the low-key rush, where it's just like I'm gonna move all this stuff so I can go to bed. No, and then I forgot where everything went. Ooh, where is it? Yeah, for sure. If you have any questions or ideas or anything, you can spit them out. I too am just gonna kind of be chilling and writing my stuff. I cannot remember where I put this. Okay. Was it in the all the work. It was literally just the one time. Why was it so hard for me to find a single meat? Was it under? It helps if I actually name my shit too, though. I have like a bunch of folders that I just don't name now. Usually it's not an issue, but because I moved all my stuff and didn't like actually think to name it, now it's all just like, oh, well, where is it? Recognize it when I see it. I don't know. Here. Looking at my file sometimes is weird to see. I forgot to say this last stream, but I remember wanting to make a Mama Bear character. Oh, but I think I might vaguely remember. But yeah, if you want to elaborate or, you know, ask about ideas, I got you. Bro, I'm starting to get upset. Where is it in the is it, did I not move it to the thing? I figured I would've. How do I lose an entire image? I mean, I guess it's extremely easy to do on a computer, but it was recent. Not like super recent, but recent enough. I don't know, emails because I made it a sticker. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. That could be like the main like cooking. That'd be cute. That sounds really cute, yeah. Like, oh, wait, what are they sorted by? They were sorted by name, not by date, like I always have them sorted. So I was looking, saying, you know, it's recent, but I literally just named it yes.png. So it was literally the bottom, and I didn't even realize. God damn, it was the first place I looked too, something in the general Lucid folder. God damn it. Anyways, all that just for that. That's all I have of them right now. That and the pyrokinesis. I guess I can add here. I'll just like a... That's just. So I still need to figure out a different way to like format this low-key. For now.
Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Time staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on.
Backstory of how I learned. Yeah. Oh, did I just? I didn't realize I. What do you mean this? Did I throw one of the balls out and thinking about it? Like, it's like second nature to me. Or wait, what was... Wait, where are my balls? I just realized. Where did they go? That's weird. Where did my balls go? Come back! Did I, like... Oh, now they're back. Am I losing my shit? Oh, can you still the art itself? Fine, don't worry about it. No, they just disappeared. Okay, it wasn't just me. My balls just disappeared out of nowhere, and then they just... Okay. God damn it. Yeah, that's literally all I have of him right now, except for the map, which I am gonna link. But... Why is my cat? Oh. And how do links work again? Ah, yes, of course. Right, yes. How you spell that, right? Yeah. Totally. Is it really gonna sound out of character for me though? Where did my balls go? They always do that. They always just leave. And honestly, that's just in character for me at this point either way. Like every stream I feel like, or close to it, I just like, hey, balls. It's why they're here, for me to be immature. This. Those for this. I want to do it now. I like how that's just his only artwork, honestly. Out of context. Not bad. Listen. That's gonna happen every stream again. It's just like the balls are very important. They're a very important core part of the stream. The monitor is sideways to try to have this right now. Oh. That's I love how cursed the crunch ball is. Hello 10. My wires just moved and I was like, wait. I guess maybe I'll just add like character cards today, because I also know that I want to. I'll write this part for now, but I do want to like have something separate for this. I feel rather than having it all on the main page, you know. Okay, that's just this isn't like in its own container. I can do it afterwards. Because there's a few more characters we wrote, like several. And like because of how I changed the structure of like how characters are gonna be brought up and interacted with and stuff like that, it's like I feel like Daiki and Cesare and Masai and all those should get their own pages or for now little books here. Because like everybody's equally important now, like regardless of their level. I've kind of changed how I want to handle it, honestly. Nah, he's fine. What do you mean? He's chilling. Crunch is normal. There is. I write this down. I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, sorry, I wrote it down on this. I wrote it somewhere. Here we go, yeah. We have a bunch. Fine. For now, I'm just gonna write ones that we're like more. Not secure, but like we're more like sure on what we want to do with. That's the thing though, you know, it's like a lot of the characters, they aren't really like side characters anymore, you know? It's like everybody still is like very important and has a lot of like lore tied into them at this point where it's like they have the same amount of detail, even if they're not like you know, a pursuit of the MC, it's still they're very important, and because of how we're structuring the game to not have roots the way it used to be, it's like it's kind of like same difference at this point. I feel like I'm sounding dumb, but I'm trying to like word it correctly, and that's making it sound dumber. There's Nike, there's Zare. I forgot what his last name is right now. Can you remind me? I know damn well you wrote it, I just forgot. I'm gonna feel stupid. Probably that's right. I know I saw it. I'm like, I know what it is. Especially the like. It was an A. It was an F. Do we want to add UA? I feel like we need to work more on her, so I gotta write something down too. When it comes to 9 and 10, how do you want to like put their pages there? Do you want to put like their actual names, or like do you want to put like their code names? I feel like we should put their code names. We put them in like in the same entry too, because I like their dynamic. I feel like those two should like have their own, because of how much they're bonded. I feel like they should have their each, instead of having each separate like system or whatever. Not system. What's the word for it? I can't think of words right now. You know how like when you affection points, I guess, question mark, like they have different names for, but that more or less what it boils down to, like progress, bonding, whatever with that specific character. I feel like those two should have the same progress bar because of how closely they are to each other. That is up to you, of course. I don't know if there's any was also... Did I have Miss High? No, I did not. Aside from that... Nifoli, I feel we should develop a little bit more before we try to write something on him. Nine and 10 I do feel should have like their own, or the same. That's why I could put some words. Okay, it's the same one. I really just... Yeah, I got my. I think that's how I wrote it, right? I'm thinking because, like, I mean, 9 technically has, like, capitalized, like, not pronunciation, spelling of her name. So, like, that's the wrong thing. No, but that looks too... It's fine. And I think that's all there. And then I know that I also had a couple I wanted to add stuff here. I'm not sure if I want him to have a last name or not. Like, as far as, like, whether or not he just wants to be known by this, not his real name. I still have to write more of that out. No, I might not even add him here for right now, just because I'm not sure what I want to do with him yet. But, Ash, I know what I want. There was... I always forget where I put my information. I kind of just spread it out all over the place, but at the same time, it's like, oh, at least there's not many places to. It's usually, even though it's more spread out, it's easy to write at the time, and it's not too hard to find. Where there is. What did I write? I forgot how I spelled his last name. I'm actually confused now. I wrote on him. Where's like his... I wrote a lot on him. I wrote this down somewhere. I think it's on the Brillo board actually. Am I really not? I'm literally gonna have to go out to the Brillo board just to read a little sticky note I put in the thing. I'll be right back. I'll take a picture of it even that way. Hello, I returned. Yes, I did. Oh, hello, Zai. Beans, indeed. Most agreeable, truly. There's this fucking video I saw where the dude said, like, what was it? Making beans from scratch. He took a can of fucking beans and basically pounded them down, like, put them back together, like, with flour and cut them into individual beans to remake the beans, I guess. But, yeah, it was fun. I was like, wait, it's not it's like, I thought there was an E in there somewhere, and there is. Yeah, those are the funny lizard men. I can remember how my own characters work. I swear I can. I even got a little... I just took the picture ready to go. Do not mail me a can of beans. That will not be worth the postage alone. Okay. I am good now. Gosh, I'm not sure how I want to. Oh. Yeah, that's crystal. That's what I was forgetting. I think even though I have a lot of this information written out, I don't have it coherent enough to like copy and paste basically, so I have to summarize it. Let me see what you wrote on that. If you want to update these, I know you wrote these a while ago, then by all means. I need to ask her. The world's worst gift bag. God damn it. Why hast thou forsaken me? That actually has me concerned the more I think about it. Fuck you mean worst gift bag. Knowing you, you mean that actively. You don't mean it like, oh, you know, haha, this is... No, I'm afraid. What the hell are you putting in the box? I'm gonna open it, it's just gonna be liquid nitrogen somehow just chilling in the box. Find where you wrote these initial things, because I also know that he's originally like the same person as Zara before you decided to make them two people. That smiley face looks so much worse than the slightly blurry 720p YouTube bold on the chat video. I hate this. Are they? Oh, they're probably glitching out because I'm like changing windows. I noticed they kind of like do that when they like disappear. I was talking about it earlier, like when the stream started up, and I was like, "Wait, where did they go?" And like I couldn't figure out why. And I was like, "Oh wait, yeah." I was looking at different windows. I also love that. Speaking of out of context with Kit, your balls are glitching out. That's a terrifying thought. It's funny how to navigate this server, because like even though it's best for me to spit out ideas, I always lose my ideas I put down. But I mean, all the information is there, which is much better than me. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes when it's like harder for me to like figure out where things are located in the way of like a Google Doc per se, or it becomes so like, okay, time to dump more information to the file. At least a little bit of organization here where it's easy for me to just throw up an idea and then come back to it later, you know?
If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.
I found it, I think.
They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown.
I'll have to ask Kit. I don't know if they're still here or not.
That you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing.
Cause this is still when.
And when they finally think you're wounded,
Okay, I got it.
then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Oh, caps lock. Hi. I'll put the same thing I put on like the animation thing.
They don't wanna see me naked, they don't wanna see me care.
Hey, how are these? Are they still updated? Or like
They compare, I think
accurate?
everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that.
Yeah, that's about right.
Play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine. I'm not
Yeah, that's
wasting any more
fine.
time. I live for the fight and the climb. And I think that the pain that's deep inside is what
The word spatial still throws me off. It feels like it's not the correct spelling, but it's not a T in space. I don't want to hear it.
I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you
I write angry Scottish man here.
they wanna rise up.
Part of me really wants to, but I also want to retain the theory.
They're silently scared
Ooh.
that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing.
That's
Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
it. Okay, all these seem pretty up to date. Redditor. It's so wild, like, you know, like, I used to have Kara be like this, like, mastermind computer person where, you know, it's like, he, you know, steals memories or whatever to manipulate you easier and all this and that. Like, he still kind of does that, but he's just a try-hard Redditor. Zin and Karon used to be written so that they, like, got along really well, and they're, like, the only two evil masters in the sanctum and all this shit. And now it's just, like, I don't know, it's a very interesting thing where you throw in the quote-unquote, how do I put it? I don't want to say real, because that sounds, like, too pretentious, I guess. But it's funny to think that, like, yeah, they're both depressed now. One's a Redditor and the other is... what is the word? 80s, 90s music, that kind of stuff. Punk. He's a punk grandpa. That's literally it. That's the two characters. They actually used to be on a completely separate tier than the others until I kind of wanted to, again, bring it to be more... what's the word? Not collective. The world fits together as a world as opposed to being focused on specific characters. I was like making my OCs like develop, or seeing them how I want to change them over time too. Looking back, I really have changed a lot of how these were written. Fucking I want to say it was Valor. From his OG art, he's a completely different character now. Like, honestly, I originally designed him, I think, first, design being a loose term, and I kind of just went hot gargoyle man, and then like I completely changed it now, and it's just Iron Man. But like, in the, it's totally okay that I haven't slept in 4 weeks. What do you mean? 4 hours in a week is what I meant to say with that. Hi. I too have not slept very well recently, in case you can't tell, but I'm not just gonna sit there and stir about it either. Oh no, I'm chilling. Yeah, I think this. Wait, no, I said. This is Cameron's earlier. I really don't know. How do I write this out without spoiling a? I mean, it kind of already was. Yeah, I should. I wanna... I gotta think of how I wanna read. Let me just like post. Where is that? What does that mean? Well, I mean... I'm trying to think of a cool way to write he fucking died in an explosion. Like, how do you write that in a cool, mysterious way? After... To be fair, he's the one who has like the most content linked to the other characters right now, aside from Musai. Like, he's the only one that has a ref right now. We can always reorder things too. I just gotta adding them based on... Oh, you're okay. That is not an issue at all. Again, I'm kind of just sitting here thinking anyways. The official... That was a lot to unpack. Let me, y'all ever just get high, eat an avocado, and watch the official Lucid Dawn trademark live stream? That's a lot to... I'm sorry, it was the way... The avocados what threw me off. I saw get high and then eat it, and I thought you were talking about edibles, but then you said avocado. I'm like, fuck you mean edible? And like, I was trying so hard to like piece together this message, because I am a little losing myself right now, I'm gonna be real. But... Lucid Dawn TM live stream. The official! You forgot to capitalize the official! I'm gonna get copyright struck now. That's an unrelated joke. College right hand man after. How do you write he died and exploded, but like in a cool, mysterious, aloof way? How do you write like allegedly, but like not for somebody speaking, but for what is presumed? How do I write this? After... I'm just gonna like... Oh no! He went out the way he lived with a bang. Good god. Yeah, that's what's on his tombstone. Not the really my last thing I was gonna say, just he went out the way he lived. He died how he lived with a bang. Christ. Oh. And, I'm just gonna write an instant vague. How was it? Did I ever name I know damn well I did. Yeah, what was the name of it? Bro, I'm literally forgetting the name. No, it's fine, that's what it was. I'm like, it wasn't what it was. Shift. What else? Do not smiley face me. That's the second time I had an ominous smiley face hit me tonight, and I don't like that. That's never there's no frame. Oh, that's so much better. Now I have the happier face. What do you call the colon D smile? Like, it's a different one. It's just open mouth smile. Like, I don't know. It feels weird to think about. There's a smiley face and then there's a. That's how I see them. Out of spite. What's the word for like severe injury doesn't like completely encapsulate that he literally lost a damn arm and the customers. God damn it. Extreme injury. How do you write that? Mortal injuries wouldn't be the term because then he'd be fucking dead. Or I guess. I guess I would say fatal, honestly, as far as that goes, because most people would not live through that. Would that be the right word? So the injuries themselves could be fatal. This is why I'm so bad at writing, dude. It's like, I have ideas, but I don't know how to word them correctly, so it all gets lost in that anyways. It's like the same thing in communication. I'll just put fatal. That should be fine. After his limit incident! You're awful. Limit. But imagine. It's like one of those videos where it's like, you know, what if you wanted to have arms and legs, but Power Plant said limit. It's his limit. That was awful. I'm gonna go find a quote now. What's my last one here? That's the third time tonight, I'm not counting the colon D, that I've been hit with an ominous smiley face. You stop that! It's hard for me to put into words how I want to describe Daiki because with him it's not an act of hatred, right? Like, he doesn't like actively want to fight Val or anything in that way per se. It's just that he fucking doesn't want to associate. I don't know how to put it. It's like he closes himself off in that regard. Stop! That was fine. I'm gonna throw a potato at you. Where is it? That's what I think of your smiley face. What the fuck did you even notice my DM? What the fuck did you send me? I'm concerned now. I'm gonna show the meme to the class. Deadass just sent me a picture of an avocado on a napkin, a vape, and the computer and the lucid stream. Alright. Deadass, that's exactly what you meant, I understand. Real, wait, what is today? Saturday, yeah. Real Saturday nights with Atlas and Dawn, real. Oh, my YouTube is exploding now. Alright.
I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop.
Last one, of course, you have to get in one last one. I don't think. Bro, I remember that was one memory I forgot I had. And honestly, like, unlike most of the memories I have, my dad was kind of deserved. Where, like, I was like a little kid and, like, I was playing a bubble wrap or something like that. And then my dad was like, you know, something, I guess it didn't have to be that harsh about it, maybe? I don't know, I was kind of an asshole of a kid, but anyway, he was like, you know, if you pop one more bubble, you're not gonna have your computer for the rest of the day, or something like that, you know, whatever. I was like 7. And, like, I looked at him, and then, like, he started leaving, and then I went, boop, and I popped one more, and he was like, alright, and I was like, no, wait! That one was 100% deserved, I'm gonna be real. Yes, bitterness, I guess, is for it. How do you sing? Kind of does illegal work. It's like he just kind of does his own thing. Like, it's when I write indie devs in the funny font because it's hypersync. But like, I'm trying to like think of a way to write that here that isn't indie devs in the funny font. Don't eat this! What do you mean eat the fucking raw? Like, if it don't even make any difference, I'll eat that fucking raw. No! I'm gonna take this away. You don't get it anymore. It goes on my other monitor. No! Damn it, come back! There, it's on my monitor now. You can't have it. Do not eat my potato. It is mine. Now, pursues his own, I guess. Or pursues, well, straight up, it's illegal, like, within... I mean, it's beyond illegal. Yeah, I meant the potato lucid! It's a potato, it's a potato tuber. Lucid tuber. What do you mean? You would eat crunch. Cause that way, look at him. That man's fucking zoinked. Where is he? Look at this guy. He's fucking gone. But you're already weed squared. Understand. No pursues After his limit incident cries eyes emoji. I can't. I was just trying to think of how to like write out Daiki, but I can't think of any words to. So I want to put it like a small sentence, you know, just to have like an introductory paragraph. But I'm trying to think of a way to like put it that way where it makes sense. I'll just slander. No, what do you mean? It's fine. Listen, you said yourself that you said a Daikilo, but don't give that to me. Fucking Jackbox games. Who the fuck pinged me in the Lucid server? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of how to like write that because, you know, those experiments sound different. What would you call that? Aside from, you know, the funny indie dev joke, what would you call that kind of experimentation? I guess specifically. Body modifications be the right thing, like... Nah, you're fine, lol. There is no lucid lore, only ball. To be fair, this is Hyra Sanctum, which is a little bit separate. A lot of it I haven't like talked about openly. Something separate entirely. I do not blame you for how much we have written that isn't out, much less being read up on it all. It might be important to note too that like, because Daiki was originally like part of like the OG research team, wasn't he? Not research team, but like he had a lot of science endeavors that kind of bordered with Val, I guess how I could put it. I'm trying to write that. Yes and no, that is what it is, but like, there's a better way to write it. It feels like too wordy that way, you know? I want it to be... The thing is too, doesn't he mess with like... I guess the body's reactions in general, though. How much else is there? There's ball. There's not really much in terms of lucid lore. At least it won't be anytime soon. I do want to write some more on lucid lore because I have ideas, but there's some other stuff I have to get done to even get started on that. I feel like being illegal isn't the issue here. Like, it is, but it's like... How do I morally gray, but like in an edgy way? I was gonna say his own for now, I guess. I don't know how else to write it. No, damn it. That research isn't the right term either. This is what it's like when I sit there and try to figure out how to actually write things. There's periods where I just write and like don't have it make sense at all, but it makes sense to me. But trying to write it in a cohesive way and put out to the public is like something else entirely. Yeah, pursues what's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. I guess knowledge isn't the right term either, I don't think. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know I was gonna say biotech. Good. There we go, or legal or whatever. Like, it kind of started with some of that knowledge, right? But then a time went on, he's like, no, fuck you. This is my knowledge. I'm gonna do my own thing. There we go, that sounds good. Now just like pretty good. I dropped my pen! Yeah. I have weird things. I was should be the right word if it's like continuing, basically. I guess that makes sense, yeah. There we go. That seems good. Sorry we don't have much on because I haven't sat there and talked about it with you yet. So I'm gonna leave that for now. Sorry we talked a little bit more on, I feel. I don't even miss it. I remember you saying it. Wait, what? I'm assuming that was you trying to get some of my muttering could we speak together. I didn't say that! I said something else. I don't remember what I said though. Do not. Recapitalize one. How do you want to write her out? You only want to include that she was like, what's that word? Not exile, but like she grew up away from others, basically. On her own, honestly. Reading. don't want to. Well, she. Do we want to include that she's cautious around Zin for those reasons, or should we just kind of vaguely say, you know, her father was in one of the indie dev groups, basically? I think it'd be better to go about just mentioning her father. We still have to figure out a name for, like, that. Something like that. How do I want to put that all together? Oh, this should be presumed. That's all right. For what? Hold on, I'm gonna use a name generator. What are you gonna use it for? Oh, that's all you mean for the... For a second I thought you were like gonna have a second part and like it just didn't go through and I was like trying to find it. It was like, no, for the name of the thing. Perhaps. What are we gonna give the name generator? Maybe we'll find something to work with somehow. I have no idea, dude. I still have to elaborate a lot on that group because they are going to be very essential to a lot of things that happen because they are the ones that created Zin. Her father, besides part of the part of it, you know, there's... I guess it's more of like a history thing than a current issues thing. However, they have a lot in the world I need to figure out still. Understandable, honestly. I forgot how I came up with a lot of these names. I kind of just thought like, oh, that sounds cool. Valor was originally the name of a fucking Genshin OC, which I got over before. Arivo, I forgot how I got that name. Pix, I think I literally just... I don't know, he just looked like a guy that'd be named Pix. Like Pix, you know, that kind of thing. Brand situational, Pix, Messiah, and Zen sit around together. All three of them do whatever the heck they want. What's in a while? Where are you going with that? If you don't mind me asking. I'm like trying to think of how. Are you asking to build on it a little bit or like a backstory? Like. Or are you talking more on the end where like. Pix is just like, you know, still cautious of Zin because of everything she's read up on him. Really, is cautious the word? No. It's like social anxiety, but how do I write that down? Ah, fair. kind of around the time when they started getting comfortable. So I saw that's fair, you know. She's like questioning, you know, like, huh, he's not, you know, this violent thing that my father wrote about. What the hell? Understandable. Honestly, yeah, because I'm shit with names. I was gonna continue. Like, Ren was like... Mind you, Ren Zada was not a VTuber at the time when I wrote this eons ago, but I try to remember where I saw Ren before. I think I literally... I don't know, it's kind of popped up in my head. I really don't remember. Sarah was really named Seth, and I was like, I wanted it to be more gender neutral back when like I wanted to like have different options for the love interest genders, but now I was like, no, everybody's just different now. But Sarah's still Sarah because I like that name better. I think you got cut off, Kit. Then I remember again, you know, kind of just a lot of it kind of just pulled out of my ass, honestly. Heron did come from a generator. I remember that much. Yeah, as I said, it's like he has all this information that, like, you know, he's like this volatile thing that's gonna, you know, fuck shit up, and she's looking at him like, hi, like do assassinations. I guess like it's sad. She's definitely confused, you know. It's like, imagine reading that your dad, like, you know, after he disappeared, you know, oh, spooky, whatever. You find all these, like, logs about how this creature thing, you know, fucked everybody up and then vanished and blah, blah, blah. And then you just meet the guy. He's like, wait, this matches the nose. And he's just like, I have identity issues, lol. Really, how do you say not used to something? Extremely... I was a bit awkward, honestly. You know, it's not like she's like actual panic, though. Easily overwhelmed. Nick said his two friends. I'm gonna... Two friends. Two friends. I just don't like how that sounds. That could be used in so many contexts too, but like, even in the correct context. Hi, I'm Pix, I am the gender angel, and here are my tube friends. They came from the tubes. Why does that sound even worse when I say it out loud? You're wild. I was just kind of like, she's like a walking Wikipedia. I meant like name of like the organization, like not like character names. But I appreciate that. I think I might know the generator you use actually. Looking at it. But I do appreciate it, but no, it's I was talking more about the organization itself that was Musai's father was part of, that did create Zin, and do all the work with that. I think it's a good intro. Winslow, I need to read up more. Name your... I'm not gonna name the organization. I'm gonna try to pronounce this. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. I can't. I'm looking at the second word like... I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try. No. Winslow, we have not looked much on, have we? Or rather, I need to read up on him. I need to do more with that. I don't even know a lot on Winslow and Yvonne, and I need to look back at it to know what I'm writing here. But if you have any ideas you want to write like directly to, let me know. 9 and 10 I have a better idea of, but I still want to discuss with you how we can write this out, because I know they still have some more development to be done on there. For tomorrow, I think I have like a Genshin stream. I'm just gonna like be sitting there, just vocally sitting for an hour and playing Genshin. That's all it's gonna be. Head empty. How do I want to write him? This is honestly. I remember seeing something similar. It's used in like a few different things for similar kinds of organizations, honestly, so it makes sense. I might think on it more. Valentinian never mind. I wanted to try out, I got it everything. Let's see here. So how do I want to write out Ash? I know I have a bunch written out on him over here. What did Ace DM me? There is. I wrote out a bunch on Ash. Like, y'all, hang on, I'll like paste it in. I wrote out like so much, and now I need to like make it all into like a little blurb. Zephyr. To be fair, some of this has changed already, but like.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan.
Wait, is this like safe for work?
My life and I won't look back ever again.
While it is true, I feel like it's less of a business there, more like, you know, people being cryptic bullshit, that kind of thing. So, like, more or less, Ash is not Zephyr. Zephyr is a separate character. Zephyr is like, the best way I can put it easily is like the Mika Kitty part of me. He like does a lot of tinkering and stuff like that, and like kind of like a lost puppy in a lot of ways. Ash is the bat slash fire elemental thing. I might put some alligator or something like that. I'll find a way. Some like scale arms, something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. But I'm just double checking this to make sure like this is some of it is still relevant, some of it is not. I'll have to change. Because I've changed how I wanted to. But oh god. See, remember when I said a lot? Actually, let me like do that and make the first one. Like this. There. I don't know if that's like, is that big enough for y'all to read? Probably, maybe. There you go. Well, look, you can read that if you wanna, because I'm still like trying to find it. Not all this will still apply, mind you, but Zephyr was a nickname, but I'm saying like, I'm not sure if I want that to be like his quote-unquote permanent name. This stems from when I did Shiraishi's route, and well, not. It's kind of a similar thing. Like, you know, they talk about his birthday, and if I remember correctly, I might not be remembering correctly, but either way, I think it's a cute idea. Where they didn't know like his actual birthday, so they kind of just decided on like the day they were talking or whatever. If I remember correctly, it might not be. It might be something else, or it might just be an idea I pulled out of my ass. But either way, that's kind of what I'm thinking with like the name here. Is like either he wants to dissociate with his other name completely, like I kind of do with mine, or maybe like a codename or something. I still want to figure it out. But for right now, Zephyr is a codename or like a nickname. But nickname is a better word for it. But I feel like I'm not sure if I want him to only go by that or not. Just give it a shot.
I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight, don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase, so catch me if I fall.
This is also part of him. Alright, let me know if there's issues. I'm running it on my phone right now. I can't hear it, but it looks fine on my end. Just on my phone. Running through. You might want to, okay, I know that you live farther out, so I'm not sure actually. Here's some more that I have. I need to like condense all this down as regular writing. There's one more, I think. I wrote one more. I'm like 90% sure I wrote one more. Because Zephyr. No, that was it? Okay. I swear I thought I wrote more. I thought there was Fine. I don't need any. You know, I have enough to work here, honestly. Basically. Oh, that's fair. T-Mobile home Wi-Fi. I vaguely remember having something similar. I don't remember what it was that I had the old place, honestly, but I feel you. I'll just keep. Yeah, I'm not really with the whole like Hiya root anymore. It's more like that's more just me elaborating. Dave. Two main personas and HySa 9 is supposed to be a main representation. Yeah, I know who you're based head off of. I mean, that's fair. I mean, to be fair, a lot of... I mean, we talked about before, I mean like 5 million times. But I have like new ideas I want to talk about, but... It is... For essence, HySa is basically just a bunch of different, like, quote-unquote alters of, you know, how I act, and, like, something on that. That's how I write a lot of this, you know? Ren is when quippy therapy mode, and then Valor is... Well, Valor's a little bit different in a lot of ways, especially with how I've written him. Valor, I'm not sure how I can relate to myself at this point. He's definitely more built off of Daiki, honestly. Like... I can't say he's...
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.
Honestly, yeah, I don't really that much of Valor, despite the fact that I wrote him first. He's definitely changed in the way where I think that by writing Daiki together, Valor is definitely created around that. Awrawrawr is just me when exists. Oh, it's how a lot of people see me as far as like, you know, that. I mean, even my boss, or past boss, ex-boss, whatever you want to say, has said, you know, I'm doing great with tech, you know, I can do work even better than him at times, blah, 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 but when it comes to anything that I don't know, per se, I tend to shut down easily, and when it comes to customers, because they're always unpredictable, unless I already know them, which is also noted, it's like, again, I shut down really easily. So that was why Awrawrawr's doing that part. Pix, I will not elaborate as to why I went to him, but you know why, be talking to you. Ren, yeah, could be 50 votes. Sarah's a head fog mode, which I've been in extra lately, again. I usually made cobwebs in head fog mode when I first had like a really bad wave of it. But it's been on and off since, so it's just like, you know what? Zin is my gender envy. Straight up. Like, so I just sat there fucking, I had like this Deftones playlist, I think it was either in beauty school and 2 was playing, and I was just sitting there, like, you know, just kind of zoning out like that. Imagine if I had the same energy that yeah, I was just kind of zoning out. I was like, I'm taking an Epsom salt bath, I think. Just old man posting. Oh yeah, and identity issues. Forgets the main reason I wrote him, identity issues. Yes. Kayron was originally designed as, part of me coping with how I used to be a shitty person when it came to, like, trying to manipulate people. I never succeeded because I was a shitty person, you know, I was a literal child, so, like, you can only get so far as that goes. But, the more I thought about it, the more I kind of see different parts of that still reflecting in a way where it's, like, I perceive certain things differently. And, like, to an extent, a lot of us mask anyways. It's just, like, again, not to take advantage of people and all that kind of stuff. But in general, it's a lot of it is that where it's, like, me thinking about how I want to handle my past, because he does change when he's like, yo, I was a shitty person. I love the juxtaposition. Me talking about K-Rod being a Redditor. Should I go get another avocado? I actually don't like avocado. I'm gonna be real. I cannot tell you. It always feels like at first it seems alright, but then it tastes like bitter, and it's like maybe I just got I don't know. I don't like the taste of it, or anything like that. But you know what, HySa, if you sorry, God, I didn't. You're okay. I got in my throat. Give me 1 second. Ah, it's caught in my throat. Oh. Bobber. I need to get more water soon. I will. Right, I was talking about Carol, that's right. But, you are okay, first off. I'm kind of having a moment overall, just with, like, not sleeping very well. But no, I've already, like, come to terms, quote-unquote, with this stuff, which is why I'm writing it out, you know? But I'm trying to find a way to, like, word it, is why. Well, big surprise, you know, Lucid has trouble with words. But Kayron is, like... It's funny, because he was originally written... I just went over this earlier. He was originally written, you know, to be, like, this manipulative bastard character and all this kind of stuff. And now it's just, like... He is that, but he's also just kind of a sad loser. He rides a lot on... part of me where it's like I compare a lot of my thinking to a computer system, you know, like how certain memories could or couldn't, like, imagine they could do this or that. He originally was working with a lot of stuff to try to quantify pain in a way where it could help people figure out what is and isn't, like... Put it this way, it's like, you know, when your parents say it's not that bad or whatever, and sometimes it's literally like a spoiled child just saying, like, you know, like, they got the wrong iPhone or whatever, that kind of shit, and it's like, you know, that's not actually a big deal. But when it comes to stuff like, you know, when your parents like, oh, it's not that bad, stop bitching about it, you know, that kind of thing, and then reality, it's like, not only that bad, but way worse than they could have ever imagined, that kind of shit. And, like, basically he was doing, like, a lot of work trying to figure that stuff out until the big fuck you incident happened, and then Cesare eats shit and dies, quote unquote. But... where I mainly want to go with him is his after, quote-unquote, post-trauma. I don't know how else to put it. Like, finding out that Cesare is alive and that he became a tryhard asshole for nothing. That's where I want to go with him. Oh, no. Do not get me wrong. First, there's a lot of things that I say subjectively here. There were some things I did as a kid that were straight up my tribe manipulating people. That's not cool, you know, it's whatever, you know. I'm not saying that, I want to clarify that too. I know that right now I'm alright and I'm trying my best to do stuff, but I'm not a shitty person now by the same regard. But straight up, when I was a kid, even though I was dealt a shitty hand, I also dealt out shit in return, and that wasn't cool. And that is part of why I want to write Kayron like this. So you can see, you know, it's like, you can't just blame, you know, how he acts on the fact that, you know, his friend ate shit and he was, you know, upset and all that kind of stuff. It's like, there's still a lot of different things that... This is about changing as a person, I guess is where I'm going with that. And the inner turmoil that comes with both separating yourself from your past deeds, what is and isn't forgivable, that kind of shit. It's kind of like why, I try to dissociate from my real name at all, like, persona or not, because, like, it messes with me a little bit mentally, just because I think of, like, my past self more. That's the more, like, delusional shit or whatever you want to put it, but it helps me figure out my thoughts that way. Yeah, I just have, like, a big hug, and they're just like, they're all soft and stuff. Yeah, that's fair. Because, again, it's like, I really do want to write out Cesare, too, because what I find interesting with him is, like, he's gonna have the disillusionment, you know, when it comes to learning what everything that Kayron has done and knowing that, like, Nike was a shitty person kind of putting up with it because it's whatever, but then really like, oh, this fucking sucked. And then he sees Kayron and, like, as they're both coming to terms with all the shit Kayron's done, it's a very interesting situation that I want to delve into more. Yeah, I do find it's very important to separate, like, his past in that regard, because, I mean, while people do lie or don't change and this, that, and the other things, like, sometimes people do genuinely encounter traumatizing situations where, you know, they change, and that's even worse to them as a person when it comes to trying to change sometimes, because it's like, oh, you know, everything I knew was fucking wrong. Kind of like, I guess that's spoilers, never mind. It's not the first time this kind of stuff's been dealt into. Daiki was, kids writing. But I do find that he's very relatable in a lot of terms, because he's basically the... I mean, I wrote it out right there, you know, it's festering anger or whatever. It's not anger, it's a different flavor of anger, where it's like, it's a very passive, spiteful existence, where he's like, you know, you literally destroyed everything. I don't fucking want to deal... Not in a way where, like, he wants to get vengeance or anything like that, he just, I don't want to fucking deal with you, please fuck off, you know, that kind of thing. And I find it... Because for me, I'm like a fucking puppy dog, honestly, when it comes down to a lot of things. I kind of don't like that about myself, for, like, a lot of figures of my past, and even, like, currently... Nobody that I'm really talking to anymore, like, right at this second, per se. But with a lot of different things where people are like, you know, oh, I'll pay you for this, and yeah, it's okay, you know, this kind of thing and the other thing, and it's like... I'm very easily taken I'm gonna correct that. So I'm very less opposed to the idea of pushing the fuck you button now, but especially in the past, I've been very quick to forgive people when I really shouldn't have. So having a character like Daiki, where he's just like, no, I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah, exactly. It's just like the leave me alone, you know? It's like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. There's nothing more to talk about. You know, that kind of thing. I get that sometimes when I go to, like, when a random old person that I used to talk to for not great reasons or whatever, you know, messages me after years, and it's like, dude. That's just dude. It's not quite the same thing though, because like that's just not a good person to generally talking to, but I don't know, there's something about Daiki's, it's how he has his resentment, where like, I don't know, it's a certain level of doneness that I aspire to achieve one day, both for myself, like, you know, my mental health and just socially concerning people, but also in general, it's just something to think about where I get paranoid about that kind of stuff way too easily. But then, like, damn it, I don't know how to put this. I don't know, that's the best way I can put it for now, I guess. I can't think of other ways to put it, but more or less, it's just like the, no, I'm done, fuck you, you know, I have been hurt and I am no longer due. Sorry, I definitely want to figure out more though, because of how he was treated by Daiki, and that's what it is. It's like Daiki basically has accepted that he is a living husk, more or less, right? Like, he doesn't actively fight for a lot more, especially when it comes to things like vengeance or whatever, valor, because it's dead. There's nothing left. That's the energy I'm trying to think of right now. He's a very interesting state of mind to look at in a lot of those ways. Sorry, we already talked about between Charon and Daiki, with like his realization and all that. I'm sorry? What are you doing? Checking the server. What are y'all doing? Yeah, Kit is beans in the server, yes. I'm confused. What are you talking about, Jiffy? So this... Right, exactly, because like that's the hard thing too, is like people are easy to not, like, you know, associate people anymore. They're not quick to forgive, but they're easy to blame, that kind of thing, right? And I feel like Daiki is a good show of that too, where he's just like, again, he's not feeling anymore. Thank you, Rishimio. But yeah, that's fair. Don't angry smile, or you're not angry, God damn it, Jiffy. Winslow and Yvonne are a very interesting idea from what I've seen from you, Kit, and I want to look into it more. And I know you've written a lot, I need to go through and actually read it all. I've seen bits here and there when I've been, like, you know, passively reading, but I need to actually sit there and analyze the characters you wrote, because I know the general headspace you're going for with these two, and it's a very real headspace that I can resonate with a lot. Exactly, though, it's just like, that's one thing too I think is very interesting with him, is like, he literally just said, you know, people suck, I'm going to do my own thing, but that festered and festered, and like, you know, he used to be like all this stuff, and it's just a very interesting way to, sad also, way to see it all come down that way. 9 and 10 I want to learn more about, but from what I understand of them, they have a very interesting bond, and they have a very interesting dynamic that, like, it's very sweet, but it's also, like, you feel a little sad for them when you see the situation they're in. But, like, it's also just kind of, that's how it is, you know? Like, I know that we talk about it a lot, too, even between the person in question, with 10 being based off of, and, you know, Meet You and Me, and how we feel about them and all that. And it's a very common situation that isn't talked about a lot because it's just hard to put into words, you know? Granted, saying this on a public stream isn't gonna help because they don't have any idea who 9 and 10 are, but He's talking to you right now, honestly.
I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive?
Like, this is the state I was in when I was with Ken for the first year or so, and like I was blamed for so much, you know, random shit growing up that I didn't even think about. That I want to cover all my bases, but by like over explaining things, I also felt like I was like being extra. Like, it felt weird. It all felt weird just trying to like figure out how to communicate correctly. My favorite HySa character. I have to say Zin, honestly. Like, I was thinking, you know, maybe between Zin and, no. Like, Zin has developed so much where he went from, you know, like, Grr bark bark fuck you man to, like... He went through a lot of different phases until he finally landed at a place where he's, like, in a sweet spot between my gender envy and my attractions, and... He's a very fun character in the way where he doesn't have any limits as far as, like, you know, like, being immortal, blah, 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 whatever, right? He's kind of just doing his own thing. But he doesn't have the same dilemma where it's like, you know, I lived for so long and I'm so sad or whatever as far as, like, immortals go, because he still ages and all that stuff. It's just that he hasn't sustained injuries and damages to his body that way, and he's still relatively new, like, created. Zin is very representative of a lot of identity things. It's not just an identity per se here. It's more like, I guess, a mix of identity and purpose. Because at the end of the day, he does know what he's doing and knows what he wants to be doing, and like he's chill with all that where he is, but he's also like, he'll sit there, you know, taking a drag off of a joint, like, I don't know, dude, I get sad sometimes, I don't know. And like, I guess in a way too, it's reflective of like how I have the whole situation here where I don't have to, you know, work a, you know, full-time job or whatever, part-time, whatever. I don't have to like worry about a lot of things that most people do, and because that leads to a lot of imposter syndrome. So in a way too, he's kind of reflective in like, it's not necessarily an imposter syndrome type thing, but how do I say this? Put it this way, he was not acquainted with society when he, you know, quote-unquote grew up in it or whatever, because he was just creator, right? He just existed. It's kind of similar to how I relate to myself in a lot of ways with another character that I talk about a lot that I mean, that's direct spoilers, actually, so never mind on that part. Basically, it's like, you know, you're raised a certain way, you know, to do this, that, and the other thing. For me, it was being raised, you know, to serve my father, you know, take care of the oxygen and all that. I didn't have any idea how to function as a person growing up after that. With Zin, he had memories implanted in, not implanted, you know, infused in him from the creators and all that. So he had an understanding of how the world worked, but not understanding how to interact in it. I mean, that was the point, was, you know, to manifestly they didn't really want to, they just kind of wanted to fuck over the immediate area and all that. But with Zin, it's like, he knew why, or he knew a lot of what was going on in the world, and he fully comprehended all that. It's just that it's still hard for him to figure out an in-between ground of not getting along. It's I guess integrating with society and like rejecting it. Like, he also found a good in-between zone with that, because like straight up, you know, despite being immortal, you know, he's gonna fuck shit up, then what? Like, he's well aware of a lot of those factors and just doesn't really know what to do with himself a lot of the time. That's a lot of how he actually became roommates with Pix, because Pix did not have a good situation growing up at all. Like, he kind of, well, put it this way, he grew up okay, but when all that piled up and he fell, so to speak, like mentally, I can't like go too into depth on that because it's like you can guess where his trauma is from from his description there. And basically he was, I don't want to say scraping by, but he was doing what he had to type thing. And when Zin needed information from him, you know, they talked for a minute just on their own stuff, and basically they talked to you about how they can help each other out with a way where Zin needs information that Pix is easily able to get, blah blah blah. And I think Pix was like borderline homeless at the time, not like kind of like going from like motel to motel type thing. So Zin was like, you know what? We're both fucking depressed. You want to be our fucking roommate for a while, dude? Like that'll be my payment, LMAO. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Basically, more or less, like it's a bit more nuanced than that, obviously, but like that's how it went, and that's how the gender angel and the old man came to be roommates, and they chilled. Pix could find a lot in Zin, but he's very like, you know, chill about it. It's like, it's whatever, you know, it's what happened. And Zin's like, no, the fuck is not what happened. What? And basically, they kind of like play off each other in a lot of ways. Where I like their dynamic a lot too. In a way, Pix straight up is just like Kara, our roommate. He wasn't written that way at the time, but one of those things where you put it more or less. That's how I write a lot of my characters, honestly. It's just that Zin is something that has developed a lot more with me as a person, and something I resonate with a lot more as a result. It's also, again, like, sometimes in characters, like, you know, tired men straight up, like, ooh, you know, I like that character. Yeah, I like a lot of them for what they are. Like, Ren is really fucking fun to write because he's the therapy friend, but he's also, like, angry Scottish man, but he's also, like, Arriva's ADHD dad. Like, it's just, there's a lot of different small things that I like writing with these characters. It's just that overall, Zin has the most that I can relate to as a person, and also it makes me think the most. That's one thing I like about writing these characters, is they make me think a lot. Whenever I write them, they're basically a thought experiment where I take part of me and go, you know, oh well, this part, you know, let's expand on that. And what if basically they do their own thing that I wouldn't do myself as a person, but if I took that part of me and personified them, they could go about that route of interacting with this, that, and the other thing. It's something I do have a lot of fun writing. Just like throw out little headcanons out of nowhere. We need to have a fucking... we did a Jackbox game where we have quote-unquote house rules. We made a new one and included high-risk prompts. They're pretty fucking good. Yeah, Ren just... God damn it. There's this one fucking video I gotta show you that Karo showed me. Where, like, there's like this woman singing, who's like, my therapist said I got ADHD! I don't even know what that means! And I was like... And then they looked at me. Karo looked at me and was like, a Revo post. God damn it. I love how, too, between Ren and Arrivo, a lot of their dynamic has just become, Dad, what's an MC? I shut up and eat your fries. Like, it's just changed so much. It used to be like, you know, like the soft little, you know, like, and I mean, at its core essence, you know, it still is, you just, you know, Ren is the ADHD doctor, you know, Arrivo just goes talk to him and sees what's up and updates him and checks in and all that. He has a fidget spinner bucket. But, I like the idea, it's like, the random one-off, not necessarily canon per se, but not necessarily not either, where Arriva was like being not babysat, but like, you know, just staying at Ren's for a while. It's just, Dad, the scary identity man showed me this band called MCR. Do you know? And like Ren's just sitting there with like his third bottle of Jack Daniels. Yeah, basically that's kind of, a lot of this in a way is an analogy to things that I've dealt with and have been thinking a lot about. A lot of it too is like because of how the nature of Hybrid Sanctum, where it's much more fuck around and find out type thing with like your body, that kind of stuff. It's like the fantastical element, right? Like Sarah, for example, with his head fog. I debated for a while how I wanted to write him, whether like his mental struggles are physical or like symbolic, so to speak. And I'm pretty happy where I have it right now. Basically, it's like from interacting with all the people that he has and having a hard time figuring any of it out because people aren't logical. He basically has like, it's a symbolism where there's rubble around his head, basically. I say in his head like because you're gonna like do like this mind walk thing with like Carol's device later and all this. That's another thing for another time. But basically, you're doing the mind walk and like you see in his head, and it's very cloudy and it's all just like piled up with all this rubble. And if you look at it, there's actually gonna be like written like basically like broken Boolean statements, right? Like if this, then that, like that kind of logic. If then logic, that's what it's called. And with Sarah, a lot of his head fog comes from him basically trying to pick up those scraps, so to speak, and figure out how to people, you know? And you can't, so that's why it's more and more of it keeps building up. And you can get like... That was the big reveal. A candy bar from 7-Eleven. I'm literally diabetic. Fuck you, mean candy bar from 7-Eleven. I want a candy bar. Wants, can't have. But yeah, it's like I really do have fun writing a lot of them. Tyler has definitely changed a lot compared to a lot of them too, I feel, but back to the question at hand, yeah, Zen is definitely something that I find I resonate with and want to think of more on myself too in the scope of a fantasy universe like this. That reminds me, I want to elaborate more on Crystal. You can probably guess where some of this name stuff comes from if you know me like I are. And I don't know. Keto candy bar, you say? Send me the link, Will. I want a keto candy bar. Yo, there's these fucking they're like Quest brand like mini cookies. And those bitches have no right to be as good as they are for a sugar-free item. They're really good, but fuck, they're expensive. I just sit there and eat them all in stress. Wait, what? Wait, I missed it. What happened? Did you order something? I need to put my fucking sounds there. I need to figure it out. I didn't notice that you tipped it. Thank you. I love you. That was like the first donation I've gotten. I appreciate it. Woo. I would like it. Now I pay for the Quest cookie. Fuck yeah. I do want it. We haven't gotten a Slevin in a while, bro. Okay, hear me out. Slevin chili dogs, though. Why do those hit so hard? Like, you take the and that's one of the best keto meals I could ever think of from fucking Slevin, right? Because you literally just put a hot dog, and they can't limit how much chili and cheese you put there. And their chili doesn't have any beans in it, so it's basically keto. You just don't have the bun. I feel awful afterwards, on my stomach, but it's good. I don't regret eating a nice meal. Nice meal being a $5 hot dog for not even $5. Yo, wait, Anjali, have you ever been to fucking, Maverick, the gas station? There's a few of them around here, I think. They're gas station plus, bro. Could be the worst. God damn! That's called bribery. I wouldn't even know what to do at that point, honestly. I'd probably feel bad. But, I was gonna say, the Maverick gas stations, bro, they're fucking chili dogs. Not chili, just the regular hot dog. Why are they so fucking good for a gas station hot dog? Maverick in general is goated for a fucking gas station, bro. I'm gonna make a note to myself real quick. Deal. Set up. There we go. I reckon one of 5 gas stations out of Rome. Ah, yeah, go ahead. I forgot you had doggies. I used to, oh yeah, you have seen Kid's dog. Alright, we're in the same fucking server. I'm stupid. Yeah, can I show your dog on the stream? I love that man. That guy's a little egg. He reminds me of Kitsu, but like less aggro, like gremlin, and more just like, oh.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your
Wait, I was gonna elaborate on Crystal, but since HySa is gonna dog, I will continue writing Ash.
of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget.
I like went so far off topic, but you know what? I do like having those conversations. I need to remember that too for myself. It's like,
The worst of times just like a
I feel like
if only I could go back in
outside of
time,
surrogate.
I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits. Don't be rigid, always work towards
Alright,
climb.
how do I want to write this?
Minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time.
Like, I don't want to necessarily just flat out write stereotype. I don't want to be like so on the nose as far as that goes, but
They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. It's your chance to be ruthless. It's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place.
That sounds cool, right?
I know you hate that.
Have I used these words before?
I'm not wasting any
That's basically what it is. He perceives a lot of what's going on and he takes in all that information, but doesn't know what the fuck to do with it, and he kind of just reverberates it there, you know? I think that's
So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top.
How to use
I
these.
don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough.
I should use.
They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head
Let's say
with
left.
doubt. They're
That sounds
silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
I don't go here. That's more on brand anyway.
Then it's your chance to be ruthless.
That sounds good. I don't want to write him as a little intro here. I don't want to be too on the nose about it though. I think he's himself that way. I like keeps to himself. He's just rather quiet. I don't know how to. I don't know. How do I write this in a cool and edgy way? I put these in like separate points. This wouldn't probably be as far as like that. Rather these. This one is still. Oh. Person. I guess that's what I can put it. Like rather no. It's hard for me to figure out because, like, it's the balance of how I want to write him out for this verb as opposed to where you are in the story. There's really not much to note on him until you get to know him, but also, like, that's not how I wrote these either. I kind of do want to write about, like, this, you know, the mysterious, stereotypical, you know, like, woof character and all that. I'm back and ready to cause problems. I'm sure you are! Welcome! Oh, my phone did it. Oof. My phone did a thing and I didn't realize. Speeding. Oh, in the fucking canvas server, we have like this fucking thing where it just says crime. Like, wait, let me like screenshot this. Friend servers are fun in that way. Where is it? I love how somebody fucking added the quippy fix emoji to the crime thing too. Oh, let me see here. Where's I was like pasted. Honestly, all of these are fucking dumb. Let me like. Spelling is optional. We all know this. I will show you a funny haha. So like, where is it? There's this fucking one. There was no reason for this. But, like, this is like how you see like people are online. Like it'll say like Team Nagisa Ball, Team like, I don't know where we came up with this. I think it was like I saw a friend's Pokemon roleplay and I was like, I wanted to shitpost with this, so I have the Solid Protectors, Team Nagisa Ball, the Violent Vigilantes, Team Ibarra Ball, and the Subtle Neutralist, Team Shinobu Ball, also known as Team Shinoball. Oh my god! Why? Why would you can't do that? That's so mean! Fight. I would say fight the cat, but wait, that wouldn't be any better. But, cat murderous, not murder, but I don't take that out of context, holy shit. I mean, the cat, like, fight dog. Damn it, I can't think of funny words now. But, crime. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you. And you can't fucking see the emotes. But this one says speeding and it has Tatsumi on it. And this one says home invasion. It has fucking Leo on it. And then somebody, I didn't add these two, like, I didn't add this one. These two give you a roll when you reacted with them. Speeding or home invasion. This one was just put there. Damn y'all. I love how it looks like in low res too, like it looks so fucking stupid. Yes, that is the, yeah. I'm getting a little sleepy. It is 9:05. I will finish writing out Ash here, at least try to, and maybe Crystal before I try going to bed. How long have I been up? 2 hours. Oh damn, okay. But yeah, let me try to finish writing him out first. Probably Crystal. I also might want to see if I can upload any art that I finished, which isn't much, honestly. A lot of it's still work. Oh no! But he's a fighter. A fighter, not a fighter. Excuse me. You know what? Understandable. God damn. Poor guy. Then again, he's not gonna chase the cat, so like... wanna say deserved, but also... Sure. Your EP. I just read that like the smallest little voice. It's like one of the Horb said it, but like in a really small way. Like, hey, your EP, hey, your EP. It is small. It is big. I want to say vibe. It's like what's the word? Not care. I moved my mic. A lot more. The light in his eyes is there, you know. No, I literally she's alive. That's how people, right? Oh, it's an audio? Yeah, you just said it that I'm not familiar.
I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame. Yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed.
Little on the nose, but more or less. What I can do in a short-term thing without a crystal, I think you'll find interesting, low-key, because I was thinking with like the way, like I said before with Carrd, right? There were a lot of my thoughts and how I think of my thought process, like relatable to a computer, right? And I was thinking about. This is when I was having a moment related to how I wanted to get things done, but my body was doing this, that, and the other thing. Frankly, it still is, and I still struggle with it, but things with like my head too, you know, it's like I want to do this and that and the other thing, but then I have to, you know, do the research and do, you know, and like I'm okay with doing research, I do my research and all that, but I get frustrated when it takes so long to learn things and long to get multiple stages of something done. And I was like, what if there was a way for a person to have multiple cores like a computer, right? And multiple things. I was thinking on this, the listed browser copy of the Cast of Mind. I do not, and I'm gonna be real with you, I am going to die right now when I say this. I have never played Minecraft, like, just in general. It never was really an interest for me growing up when it, like, you know, came out, and then it felt very... It just wasn't really my thing, I guess. And I never really had any friends that played it where I felt I'd be included if I did buy it, and I didn't have much money to buy it anyways. So by the time I did, I was kind of like, eh. So you'd be introducing a fresh slate, basically. Like, A, I don't have a copy, and B, you'd be dealing with a, you know, what's a redstone person? That's a word, right? Redstone? People use that for like engineering or some shit like that. Literally, this is just from the, if you go to your creator page on YouTube, let me, like, see here, where is it? I want to go to the studio. If you go to your studio and you go on the left panel, there is audio library right there. You can go through and do whatever you want. All these tracks are from Netflix. They're usually in the stream description anyways, because it's like automatically credited. But you can find all that stuff there. That's all I use. Let's see here. So for Crystal, yeah, multiple. Basically, yeah, a person operating with multiple friends, and I was thinking, you know, how I would want to portray that. And you know, there's a lot of things I've seen on like where do I put it? How do I put it? Some people will like say like schizo posting and stuff like that, right? And while yes, I wanted to go into that a little bit, it's like sure, however, I will be straight up. I will be very slow in the way that I spend a lot of time sleeping or otherwise not in a headspace to play something that requires me to actively learn. That's actually why I've been able to binge Genshin so much easily on my own time, because it requires very little thought on my end. Just go find chest. Go find chest. Go get particle. Go find chest. That's all I have to do. There's like 2 buttons to fight, and that's why I've been doing it, because it's been much easier on my mind and body. And yeah, no problem. I want to play a game with a friend anytime, basically, as far as like, you know, it's not anxiety inducing like other people and that kind of stuff. But I will say that it might take me an extra minute to get used to stuff. Crystal. Right, okay, so I was talking about Crystal and how she basically. Right, I was going into how I execute that. Words are hard today, God. So like, imagine if her brain, because while a brain does communicate using, you know, electrical impulse and all that, I was thinking of how to make it more like a circuit board per se, right? Capacitors, transistors, you know, holding electricity and like, you know, showing different signals, different parts. And basically I was like, she's a character that remakes parts of herself to make them work how she needs them or wants them to. And in that, she found that she wanted to get more done than she was physically capable of, be it maintaining her body, maintaining, you know... Like, for example, I want you to think about how much time you could save if you could learn things instantly and not have to read through it, right? Like, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, Loki, but think about how much time could be saved if all the research you ever did could just instantly be brought to you instead of having to go read it. You know, having to take time to go look it up and, you know, read it. Again, doesn't sound like a big thing, but when it comes to large articles and understanding complex subjects, or even non-complex, you know, just like figure out what something is, that those few seconds of, you know, looking up whatever adds up in a very quick way when it comes to how fast electronics work, right? So that's one thing I wanted to go over, was like the mental pressure of that, I guess. Okay, yeah. I'm always talking to myself too, in a way. Trying to figure out a way to word this. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, with Crystal, it's like... But you don't know any of this for a while. But I'm also like... How do I want to... I guess I can just show you. I don't have to go into the detail though, just her mind divided. I don't have to go into how. But basically it's like different cores. Like she split herself off into different personalities that basically develops like an AI model of herself, so to speak. And that's what helps her handle a lot of tasks that require research, require labor, this, that, and the other thing. And that is... It becomes its own struggle later on as they get more schizophrenic, like, ow, that kind of stuff. But for where this is, basically she created AI versions of herself that live in her head, that like are still running off her own brain. So it's like, again, it's like a fork of herself, basically. And she has like stuff hooked up to her that communicates, basically lets, like external limbs type thing. So that way they can get things done, but like as their own thing. It's hard to describe, honestly, but more or less. I'll try to. Planet divided. she has.
There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
I really want to write out Crystal's arc because, like, I have so many good ideas for her, and Ken brought up a good idea where, like, because of how she divides herself, K-Rock can, like, well, that's spoilers. I just gotta spoil you my own thing, but I'm not sure how I want to write it yet, so I'm not gonna elaborate too much on that yet. But I'm very excited to write what I have planned for her. At least elaborate a little. Plus, it's Samsung internet. No, I'm incredibly still. I don't know. I got my pen again. I found my pen. I need to make this less pretty. It's made it more wordy. Shit. Yeah. I just do that. leave out the whole, you know. Rather, she's extremely hardworking, but seems to be. He's really. And well, I make her little thing. Yep. Damn it! I keep dropping. Okay, where am I? I keep putting it in the same place. I keep dropping it. I'm gonna put that one. After this, I'll probably stop for now, or end anyways. Tomorrow will be the Genshin stream, where I just gotta basically sit there and vocally them for an hour. Yeah. On someone with static, I feel like that would require a lot more. Kind of? What? Maybe not. It's like. I don't know if this is gonna make sense. But basically, that's what it comes down to. I say rip and repair in the sense for like, it's one thing when you say repair, you know, you think of like, you know, could be fixed, you know, stuff where you know what you're doing, you have a procedure and all that. He's like, no, fuck this. This is bad. I'm gonna, you know, rip it down from the ground up, and it has a much more desperate, angry type energy where I wanted to. That's the best thing I can think of for right now. I think I feel like that'll. It wasn't a lot that I actually got them, but I gotta talk about my OCs. I'm happy about that. Did I already? I should probably link this in the description just so you can see where I'm writing it. But, yeah, I think I will be ending it for today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had fun talking about my OCs. Again, I do apologize for being a little out of it. I don't know, dude. It's like, every time I try something new and I'm like, oh, this works. Oh, never mind, it doesn't work. And I don't know what it is because the doctor is like, you know, oh, it's just a vitamin D deficiency. But, like, I basically almost back to par. We're gonna do another test probably soon to see, but I have not been suffering the same symptom. It's just my neck keeps like cramping up, and I don't know why that is. To do my trips and all that, but that's another thing for another day. That's why I have been doing much lighter work in general when it comes to streaming, content creation, just in general. I've been doing a lot less involved, I guess is the word. Ambitions. Like, I have a lot of art and stuff I want to work on and all that. It's just that, I don't know, for where I am as far as my physical pain goes, I don't think I have enough stamina to sit there at the computer desk and work on this stuff yet. But I do have a lot of things I am plotting. I just need to, again, get the work done, because that's like a big thing, right? I have a lot of stuff planned as far as like animations go, like the cobwebs thing, like map parts. It's just, it takes time. Aside from that, I do, what else do I have? I have a few things I have planned. I just can't think of it right now. My mind is drawing a blank. I wrote these all down. I know I did. Give me 1 second, I'm trying to find it. yeah, I have a bunch of stuff. So I was gonna make another PMV type thing on Daiki because that was... I have a lot planned for that one. It's kind of a longer one, honestly, and it has more direct story in it rather than just like vague symbolism or whatever. It actually goes a lot into... not a lot per se, but it visualizes a lot between him and Valor. I really want to get that. And then I'm almost done with all the sketches, honestly, for that. I just have a lot more to do as far as, like, you know, actually drawing and stuff goes. Aside from that, I was a personal project. I was gonna make a thing because I do want Kit to be able to talk with me on Discord directly. He's been asking me about it. I'm like, yeah, man, fuck it. So I want to draw. You know, we need to get a sprite for her. There's also. I don't want to spoil that too early, so I guess in general, it's just a lot of stuff related to HySa because it's become a lot more of a fixation for me overall, especially considering that. It's a lot easier for me to work on because, you know, it's not live and I can always edit it. But I also know that I get caught up in, like, whenever I go to draw things, like, I'll get so caught up in fixing things that I'll be like, what am I fixing? Like, I don't know, it's weird. I've been seeing that more where, like, I see somebody else's art and I'm like, this is really fucking cool. And, like, you know, there's quote unquote mistakes, like, you know, the eye looks a little weird or whatever. Like, it's not really a big deal at all. It's like, why am I pressuring myself so much? And that's, like, part of my block, I feel, that I really need to get over. So, but for right now, the next videos I'm going to be putting out, aside from the streams, so, you know, Genshin stream tomorrow, I have a map pod I'm working on, and then Daiki PMV will definitely be soon, relatively speaking, as far as my projects go, because I really do want to elaborate more on him. And I think it'll be really cool when we do. Anyways, tomorrow Genshin stream at around 6 probably, hopefully, if my computer doesn't shit itself. Dude, there was so much that went wrong on my fucking volume. Like, I went to go to play my music and they just wouldn't pick up. And then I did all this different stuff and it didn't pick up. And then, like, my mic stopped working and this and, like, what changed? Nothing changed! But I got it working, grr. Hopefully my audio levels are okay. But, I digress. Night night.